Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, and with me is Jason Eisenhut.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining us this week. So, Jason, a topic that someone sent in was PTO. A number of people not using PTO. Someone spoke about stealth PTO. So, great topic for a few minutes.
Very interesting. Yeah. So a couple of recent surveys. One was very recent. Another one was a little bit earlier in the year. But somewhere between 60 to 80% of employees in the U.S. don't fully take their PTO that's provided to them on an annual basis. So if, let's say, I get 15 days a year, 60 to 80% of those are only using 10 to 12 or 13 days a year.
Yeah, the one survey said 78 from this year, 78% don't use their full PTO.
Wow. Yeah. And there's obviously advantages to employees taking PTO. You get to decompress, you get to get away from the office. It's a good stress reliever. And then when you come back, typically these employees are a little bit more productive and engaged. So PTO is generally a good thing. And one of the other interesting data points that I remember from that survey is 5.5% of people don't take any PTO at all entire year. It seems weird to me.
Right. And so when you look at the amount of people that don't use their PTO, and even if it's call it a staycation, because you see a lot of people that aren't flying this year, they're driving because prices are up. It just was in the paper, online or whatever, a family that was going to go down to Disney World. They're still going to go down to Florida, but they can only afford one day at Disney World for their family instead of a couple. So they're going to hang out at the hotel pool. And they ended the article saying, "We haven't told our kids yet." Sorry, kids, you
Good
get
luck.
one day.
Yeah.
But it's an issue that you see that people aren't using. And most companies, their PTO policy is it does not roll over.
Right. Forfeit by the end of the year.
So it's use it or lose it. Some people will use it. Some people, if they're preparing to quit, may not use it because they know that they're going to get paid in most cases on the unused PTO, and that's where the kind of the stealth PTO comes in, where you look at people that are taking PTO but not putting into the system.
Yeah, so we got these kind of conflicting trends. One is more and more people aren't using the formal PTO, but then we have we have more people using stealth PTO where you're not reporting it. So stealth PTO is I'm taking time off. Maybe it's a few hours, and most of this is people who have these flexible work arrangements where it's hybrid or work from home. Maybe if I'm working from home on Fridays, I'm going to end at 9 or 10 and then head off to my 3-day weekend and not tell my boss, not put the formal PTO request. That's stealth PTO. So you got fewer people taking on the books formal approved PTO and more people doing the stealth PTO.
So then that begs the question then of those 78 that don't use all their PTO, how much of that is stealth going on?
Great question. Yeah.
You know, when you do the all-office Zoom call and you see the person calling in from their car, and usually they would have a desk job.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right. Exactly.
So, but from a PTO standpoint, you had said an opportunity to disconnect, spend more time. But interesting survey that in April, they looked at PTO and people saying, "Hey, I can't disconnect." So 60% of respondents said they struggled to fully disconnect, and 86% said they check their emails from their boss. So people today in a technology world have the need to stay connected.
And some of that, I mean, that's all levels of employees. So that might be someone from a CEO down to or down to any level, entry level position in the company. Obviously, as you get higher levels in the company, people are a little bit more connected, even on vacations. But yeah, it's hard. And if you're in states, especially employee-friendly states, where you need to be monitoring. If you have hourly employees and non-exempt employees, and they're checking their emails off the clock or on vacation or weekends, you need to monitor that. And if it's anything more than just and really incidental, that might need to be paid and switch away from the PTO.
Especially for your hourly employees.
Right.
Yeah, definitely something to look into. 68% admit to working during their vacations. So interesting trends.
Right.
But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at hr@employco.com.
Yeah, we'd love to help.
Great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.